Hello ladies and gentlemen, Sigval Grim here and welcome back to another video. This time we're actually going to look at some League Grade fights. And we're going to have, I think, a personal best here in terms of total damage. And none of these fights, I think, were actually my personal best with that fight specifically. But this is one of the very rare instances where everything worked to a good extent as planned, because usually I do very well with one-team and do terrible with another one, and that kind of counterbalance itself. But in this one we're gonna have all around the board above average performance with all teams. So for the first fight we're gonna use here Batman with Beta Club, and we're gonna give him like a reverse flash to build some combo for himself. He's gonna also have Sword of Salvation on reverse flash to generate some power. We're gonna have Power Gold to reduce our power cost, pretty much the sort of Banshee team here, just Batman as damage dealer. And we're going to apply Dot and let the Dot run its course. The Dot is finished, so we're gonna try yet again to build some Crisis Energy. And that's almost full Crisis Energy from that one special, because we had a high enough combo from Reverse Flash. I think at a higher star rating, my Batman is like 3 stars. I think at 4 stars you can get full bar only from one special tree if you have the combo requirement. Yeah, that was a 1.5 mil. That's good. We're gonna let that run its course. We might have gotten slightly more damage if we had reverse flash with dark metal cards to guarantee our crits. Spin flaps back in there, and I missed the special tree. That was a huge mistake that will cost us damage. Because now that we do a special tree, it's not gonna have any combo because the combo got wasted on the previous one. And you can see the huge difference in terms of total crisis bars that we get. We have to tag reverse flash in here to tank the super move. Then flash back in, special 1, he's gonna have Darkest Night form, active again. Gonna back off, 1, 2, 3, and a swipe. 1 mil dot damage per second, that's fine. Reverse flash back in there, again building some combo, letting the dot run its course because we do not want to reset that. Then flash back in, special train there. Gonna be yet again almost full price energy. We're gonna be again in the final form, 1, 3 and a swipe. This one is getting to start to be a little bit lackluster, only 300k dots, because yet again the dot depends on the percentage health damage you do on your swipe hits, and that's gonna get lower and lower as his health gets lower and lower. And honestly, for the Beta Club performance, when you use him like this, the star rating is gonna matter a bit, because the percentage health is gonna increase with the star rating. And yeah, you remember I said that the waste special tree previously counted, because if we didn't waste that we would have had like a few more seconds to apply some damage. But it is what it is. It went well enough, we did some damage, it could have been done better, but it worked to a good extent, and that's what that matters in this video. That's a 79 mil. Okay, so Batman Catwoman here, and this is one, I think, of my worst luck in terms of the start of the fights. So here I wanted him so badly to use a special 1 on me, but he just didn't want to. So the Batman Ninja team, if you're unfamiliar, when you fight Scarecrow, you need all the 3 characters because you want to make use of their passives. But the other 2 guys other than Batman Ninja Catwoman need to die as soon as possible, because you got Chaos tagging and you need your Catwoman in there at all times. So ideally you want to get them dispatched as soon as possible. The luckiest I've gotten is to 2 minutes and 35 seconds, with Catwoman being the only one in there, and that usually happens if she gets hit with a special because the damage is split. But here things didn't go so well in terms of that. Grodd in there gets him finally killed. Robin will eventually get killed. I mean, it's not that terrible because we did get to do our super move and our special 2 at points, and that special 2 of Robin was meant to be with Catwoman, so yet again a little bit unfortunate on that one too. But finally, at 2 minutes left, we finally have the ideal scenario. He's in the corner, we're gonna start hitting him, we have no other characters to tag in and interrupt us. Now a special train there, he's gonna use super move, that's gonna be yet again non-ideal, but that's not something we can avoid, and we're gonna start pushing him all the way back to the corner. Combo interrupting again. Special train there. 1.7 mil dot value, we're gonna sit on that a bit. Combo interrupting again, again level 8 Beta Club on Catwoman. She's level 70, but just she's like 7 stars, but just level 70, didn't yet have any XP capsules for her to spare. But we'll eventually get to that, boy. XP capsules are something that's so damn hard to come by. Come on, chopping again. I'm trying to get a decent dot value, and we got it. 1.4 mil, we're gonna sit on that a bit. Another special tree in there. Come on, chopped again. Swipe right. And yeah, that's not a great dot value actually. 1.8 mil, yeah, we're gonna sit on that a bit. Our special 2 in there, it's almost out, and we need to have that constantly active for the lethal attack damage it stacks. Come on, chopping again, we need to reset the dot again. And that's not the greatest value. We need a better one. Again, not the greatest value. If it's, 1.7 mil, yeah, we're gonna sit on that. And I don't know what happens with the Batman Ninja team fight, but I had a lot of situation where I get very, very close to killing this dude. And as soon as it's in the last 30 seconds of the fight, I can, for some reason, no longer get good dot values. So yeah, it's gonna be one of those scenarios again. I just keep resetting it with a swipe, but it's still garbage in terms of the values that we're getting. So I don't know why this happens. Maybe the RNG of the game just hates me. That could be an explanation for a lot of things, not this thing alone. But that's gonna be it for the Batman Catwoman fight. Again, by far not the highest I have done, but it did a serviceable job. Now look, we're gonna lose some damage on this one, because if I use this against Grodd, we would have gotten so much more damage. But nowadays I'm hitting Grodd from the secondary account with Raven League of Anarchy, and this is not an optimal place to use League of Anarchy. Is more like a passion project of mine. I want to one-shot Captain Cold with Harley Quinn League of Anarchy. That is definitely possible because of the Dark Metal cards area. That's gonna guarantee crits, so his passive that resists crits is gonna be useless if we do that. The only problem is, in order to sit on that passive forever, we have to have him in the corner, and in order to have him in the corner, we need to hit stuns, and a few of them in a row, and this is already not a great start at all. Gonna try again to stun him here, finally a stun, Harley back in there. He is not under the Dark Metal cards area, so the damage here will be lackluster, and boy, this would be so much easier if Arkham Knight Batman or any Batman character wouldn't back off after Special 2. I never understood what's the point of backing off after Special 2, but if he didn't back off like that, I fail a Special 2 stun, and then I can combo and chop again and keep him in the corner, but that's not gonna be a thing. And again, a stun fail. Harley back in there to not lose all blade stacks. This fight is overall a struggle, and I gotten very, very close to one-shotting this dude at one point, but yeah, the luck just ain't there, and again, Grodd is a far safer option. Because here you're reliant on two things, or you're kind of reliant on the stun to work and to work a few times in a row, which is kind of the same with Grodd, but with Grodd is kind of less punishing if it doesn't work a few times in a row. Gonna back off a bit and tank the super move here, we're gonna be fine, no, not getting anywhere close to dying. My Arkham Knight Batman is built full tank at this point, he's an absolute unit. You might wonder, why did you build him full tank? Yeah, I just didn't want to worry about him ever dying to tanking any super moves in Soul Raids. I was not using him to deal damage anyway. Back in the corner now, we just need a few stuns in a row to work while he's in the corner, and that's what's gonna happen here. And watch the enormous amount of damage that we deal, like, this is the last minute of the fight, and I think in the last minute of the fight we did like 80% of our damage this fight. Again, a stun, he's in the corner, we got some decent stacks going on. Harley, Dark Metal cards is under him. Arkham Knight Batman back in. Another special to another stun, look at this, we're demolishing his ass, but the Dark Metal cards area just randomly disappeared on me there. So yeah, it is what it is. Harley back in there. Again, stun on the Dark Metal cards area. And we just need one more at this point. One more stun. Or maybe two, but yeah, that was not the stun. Harley getting tagged back in, gonna back off a bit. Arkham Knight Batman back in. And look, this is, I think, still not the best I've done against this dude, but it's close enough to killing him, and he blocked that. So fat rip this fight. And again, a stun resist. Boy, this is a struggle, but we're going to eventually overcome the struggle, and I'm going to present you finally a one-shot to tier 8 Captain Cold, but this is sadly not gonna be the day, and this is gonna be just a 96 mil. Okay, so now moving on to the next fight against Face On, Killflan, Sakoman, Raven, Dr. Fate. So we got my boy Brainiac here. Raven in there, special 1. We got Sword of Sin on Raven to not list his youth power generate, and we got Beta Club on Killflan, Sakoman to get that sweet dot damage. And a jump attack, special 2. We're gonna get Raven back in there. I have actually figured out, I mean, it happened randomly and then Devo told me why this happens. So I figured out how to keep your stacks in phase 2. How to not lose stacks when you move to phase 2 with King. So we're gonna get into that later. We're gonna let Dr. Fate take some damage here. So the game is gonna pretty much take away your stacks, I think, regardless of what you do when you get to phase 2, but it's not gonna reset the count for full stacks. So if with Kinflan Sakomen, when you enter phase 2, you are at 5 stacks, the stacks will be removed, but as soon as you use another special, that game will keep counting where it left off and it will be like, oh, that's 6 stacks, there you go, my man, full passive. King back in there, special 2. Actually, no special 2. So I think if we did a special 2 there, literally we would have missed all the stacks in phase 2. So phase 1 went reasonably well. We did some mistakes, we could have killed it faster, but it went reasonably well. Now we're in phase 2. Applying darkness, 1 stack, 2 stacks, and a 3rd stack. Yeah, a mistake was using a special tree in phase 1, because now we don't have that percentage damage in phase 2. Okay, special 2 in there. And boy, we're at full stacks from 0 stacks, look at that. And I guarantee it registered 0 stacks when he entered here, because it went from 20k dot damage to 800k dot damage. So, it was my bad. We lost all the Raven stacks, and if we didn't do that, this would have been most likely a phase 2 one-shot, but we lost all the Raven stacks. You know why? Because I got Raven in there and I was literally spamming special 2 and complaining why this... spamming special 1 and complaining why the special 1 doesn't work. It doesn't work because it was locked, my dudes. That's why it doesn't work. But yeah, another special 2 from Raven in there. 2 darkness stacks, gonna back up a bit. Another special 2, 3 darkness stacks. It kinda sucks when special 1 is disabled because special 2 has a longer animation. But it is what it is. King in there, jump attack, special 3. Jump attack again. Jump attack again. Jump attack yet again into a super move here. And another one. Another one. Trust me, this is as weird as it looks. This is the optimal gameplay with Beta Club on King, and finally we're at 5 stacks. And boy, this could have happened so much sooner and we could have dealt so much more damage here. But sadly, I messed it up. But yet again, it's not a huge mess up. It's gonna be a reasonable amount of damage. And it's gonna be actually more damage than it seems like, because the dot will keep on rolling even after you're out of this fight. And it was slightly more damage than it seemed with the Dr. Fate fight as well, because same thing happened. Now, phase 3 Deathstroke. You know that phase 3 Deathstroke usually gets unusual gameplay. Because phase 3 Deathstroke is gonna be like, oh, we got this dude having 200 mil health. And I'm like, no, you're wrong, my dudes. Around 200 mil health is both the health pool of phase 3 and phase 4. And this Rook is like, nah bro, it's 200 mil for this dude, and he's gonna deal percentage damage out of the combined health pools of phase 3 and phase 4. And then the same game that thinks that Brainiac is got 200 mil health is gonna be like, nah bro, you dealt too much damage, unusual gameplay or hacking. And I'm like, excuse me? And yeah, but this time it kinda worked. You'll see what I mean. And we deal far more damage than we should have done here. Like, the damage we should have done here should be something across the lines of 32 to 36 mil. And we'll do far more than that, and I'll explain what I think happened here. So a lot of people have said that with phase 3 you can deal more damage with Deathstroke than you normally would be able to and not get unusual gameplay, but there's a few things that might play a role into that not registering unusual gameplay. So the claim, yet again, this is just claims, I don't have anything confirmed on this regard, but the claim is that if you get your damage all the way to 60 mil or above, between 60 mil and 70 mil, it's the threshold where the game is gonna say, nah bro, you're hacking. So you need to have it below that. And even then it's not guaranteed, but I think what contributed here, as you will see in just a second, is that we at some point messed up and all of our characters died. And also there was 1 minute left of the fight, so the game saw that we tried, okay? We tried, we played the full extent of this. But I think all those 3 factors somehow made it so my Deathstroke didn't get unusual gameplay here. But it's obviously a bug. We're at the point where we chunked out more than half of this man's health with an up to 36% of current health special. So something is wrong. It's not my fault. I'm just playing the game. I'm just using special to Deathstroke. It's the game's fault. And another special 2 in there. Gonna back off. Engage the combo. Another special 2. And still doing 3 mil. This man is out of health and we're still doing 3 mil. So we got Red Hood here. Leave an extended duration of the fight. That might have been something that also... I don't know, man. I don't know at this point. Another 3 mil. This man is below maybe 40% health and yet again 3 mil. And yeah, I tanked super move. This was my bad. Like, I full knowingly tanked super move with Deathstroke. I full knowingly did that. But the problem is I remembered having... Entropy on him, not the Dark Mill cards, but fat rip on that one. Because I usually always run Entropy here. But yeah, I guess maybe Red Hood time extension also played a role, because we died in the last 30 seconds extended by Red Hood. A lot of things came into play here. We assembled all the pieces of Exodia basically, for any Yu-Gi-Oh fans out there, and the damage got registered 67 mil, and that contributed heavily to my new personal best, so to call it. And now in Phase 4. Phase 4 is a whole entertainment in itself. Phase 4 is a whole journey in itself. Because with Phase 4, as you know, everybody that kills or finishes the fight before the person who one-shots it first... I mean, everybody who finishes the fight before the person who one-shots it first is gonna get his gameplay registered. The person who one-shots it first is gonna get the gameplay registered, but anybody who finishes the fight after somebody one-shots this, or doesn't one-shot it first, is gonna get unusual gameplay, because this is, for some reason, the way the game goes, the way things are. So every single time I'm in Phase 4, I'm not gonna bother myself with, are we gonna be able to kill this? I'm gonna bother myself with, we are able to kill this. The problem is, can we be the first people to kill it, to actually get our damage registered? That's what we're gonna attempt to do here. We have Black Manta, we have Vixen. Vixen is definitely the way to go here, because in league rates the base attack is actually gonna matter, and the base attack that we receive from Vixen is gonna be quite good here. We also benefit from some class advantage from time to time when he switches class to Might, because we are tech here. We're gonna have Beta Club on Manta and Sword of Sin on Brainiac to be able to power steal this dude. And boy, combo interrupting Brainiac with Manta is not the easiest thing in the world. And I was one combo interruption away, literally just one combo interruption away to claim that this was flawless. And I finally made it, but nah bro, we had to mess it up once. Haven't happened yet. Hasn't happened yet as far as I'm aware, but it will happen at some point. So at this point we're at high enough stacks with Brainiac, so we're gonna let Manta in for longer amounts of time and only tag Brainiac when he really needs to power drain. Already 1 mil dot damages, so we like what you see here. Come on, chopping again. Come on, chopped again. Everything is going well. Combo interrupting here like an absolute champ until this one. This is literally the only time, as far as I'm aware, where we failed to combo interrupt, and I'm so ashamed of it because we were so close to a perfect fight. Brainiac in there, special one, because we do not. That's one that's super to happen. Manta back in there. And he uses passive, and he changes class. We get staggered a bit, and re-engage the combo, and this is gonna be finished. So yeah. I'm glad to announce that finally I don't suck ass anymore at league rates to an extended list. I mean, by no means am I the best out there. There's plenty of people who are far better than me, but at least I'm happy with my performance nowadays compared to 1 year ago. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and comment if you enjoyed the video. It really does help out the channel a lot. And we got Cheetah chest piece. Let's go. I call this a definite win. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.